Hello, everyone. Are you all doing well today? This time, the Japanese forum thread we're introducing is about someone who brought handmade chocolates to work only to find them thrown away. In Japan, there's a culture of giving chocolates on Valentine's Day, February 14th. It's not just for expressing romantic interest, there's also obligation chocolate given to friends, acquaintances, and coworkers. This time, our protagonist handed out chocolates at work, but a sad ending awaited. What exactly happened? By the way, this video is an experimental channel that fully utilizes AI and automatic translation services. If you notice any issues or have requests, please leave a comment so we can improve. Of course, we also welcome suggestions for future topics. Now, let's get straight to the main topic. Enjoy the discussion, and think about how you'd feel or act in this situation.
On Valentine's Day, I brought handmade chocolates to work. But they were thrown in the trash. What's up with that?
Maybe all your coworkers just don't like sweet food.
Even if they didn't like it, throwing it in the trash is too much.
Exactly. They could have taken it home and given it to family or found another way to dispose of it.
I'm really angry. It's not just about feelings. Throwing away food is so wasteful.
Wait, did a guy give chocolates to another guy?
No, I'm a woman. I gave them to all my coworkers, regardless of gender. I spent so much time carefully making and wrapping them. When I saw the trash, I was too shocked to move.
Did you cry?
I was more angry than sad. When I handed them out, they said things like, "Wow, you made these. Amazing. So happy." But then,
That's just polite small talk.
I don't need fake compliments. If they didn't want them, they should have shown it on their faces when accepting them.
So you'd rather they made a disgusted face while taking it?
No, that'd be just as bad.
The ones who threw them away were one female and two male coworkers. They hid them deep in the trash, but I noticed because the wrapping was visible. They even said, "I'd love some chocolates," before throwing them away. What's that about?
Well, handmade chocolates can be kinda gross.
Why? Are they germaphobes?
Even non-germaphobes often dislike homemade food.
Getting handmade, obligation chocolate, just confuses people. Is it serious or not?
But buying store-bought chocolates for everyone would cost around 10,000 yen. Homemade is cheaper.
Do you have any idea why your coworkers might dislike you?
What exactly did you put in them?
Just melted chocolate bars with milk, then solidified.
Yeah, a certain number of people will always find that suspicious.
Even if they threw them away, doing it at work is weird.
Exactly. Throw it away at home. Wait, no, that's still awful. What really pisses me off is how one of the guys acted afterward. He didn't eat them, but later said they were delicious. How do you make them?
Well, it'd be awkward not to say anything after receiving them.
This whole thing made me lose faith in people.
Bold of them to throw it in the office trash where you might see it.
The other two didn't even say thanks or comment on the taste.
Well, they didn't eat them, so of course not.
If you knew they threw them away, their silence makes sense.
Do people really hate handmade chocolates that much?
Yesterday, a married female coworker brought handmade chocolates, and everyone ate them normally. Even me, and I don't even like sweets. By the way, she's really nice and well-liked.
I've never met anyone who hates handmade chocolates.
Right? I think the problem is my workplace.
What I really want to say is in the last part. The person who brought handmade chocolates to my office is well-liked and has great relationships.
In short, it's not about the chocolates, it's that you're disliked at work.
We argue sometimes over work, but overall, I thought we got along fine. Though, admittedly, I'm not close with the female coworkers. We just exchange greetings. But with the two male coworkers, we talk a lot during lunch, so I thought we were friends.
Maybe your perception doesn't match reality, and that's why this happened.
You should try to see things more objectively.
If they're the kind of people who trample on others' feelings, I don't care if they dislike me.
I hate people who make cheap homemade stuff to save money.
If you want low cost, just hand out Black Thunder chocolates.
I could buy them, but I thought handmade would spark more conversation. It's fun to make, too. I bring homemade lunch every day, so everyone knows I like cooking. I don't get why they distrust me.
No offense, but you're single, right? Single women giving handmade chocolates to coworkers can come off as creepy.
So they threw them away because I'm single?
It feels heavy-handed, and people worry about how to reciprocate.
I gave them as a thank you for daily support, regardless of gender. I even said, no need to return the favor, so they wouldn't feel pressured. Whether it's too much or awkward to reciprocate, that's no reason to throw them away at work.
Once, a young female coworker gave out elaborate handmade chocolates. Later, I found out I was the only one who ate them all. The boss and others took one bite and tossed the rest. When I asked why, they all said, "Well, she's ugly, isn't she?" It was ridiculous.
That's awful. I'd say, is your mother a beauty queen? Remembering this just makes me angrier. I'll never forgive those two guys and that woman. Actually, did they do the same thing last year? What should I do next year?
From now on, just give cheap store-bought chocolates.
Handmade obligation chocolates are a no-go.
Isn't handmade better? I know it's self-indulgent. But it's more fun than generic gifts. Making them is enjoyable, too. Most of all, I can't believe they threw away food. So wasteful. Even if they dislike me, the chocolates did nothing wrong. Why throw them away?
Either you're really ugly with a bad personality, or your chocolates tasted terrible.
I also don't get why they'd throw them away at work. That's just messed up. If you're going to fake politeness, commit to it. They slipped up at the end. If I hadn't seen the trash, it'd have been a happy Valentine's Day.
Throwing gifts away at work and handing out homemade food at work are both inconsiderate unless there's a special reason.
I've decided. Next year, I'll give cheap store-bought chocolates to those 3 and even better handmade ones to the rest.
No, just stop. They'll throw them away at home instead.
Only give handmade chocolates to close friends and family.
But most people ate one right away when I gave them. Others ate them during breaks or between tasks. Even if it was just politeness, hearing, "It's delicious," made me really happy. Store-bought chocolates are boring. I won't get that same feeling.
At my office, when a young woman handed out handmade chocolates, the boss and juniors said, "Isn't handmade weird?" But I just thought, she's quirky, and found it interesting.
Thank you. See, handmade chocolates are more fun.
Why are you ignoring the second half?
I read it. You thought she was quirky, but still ate them all, right?
This is probably fake. So pointless.
Melted chocolate bars with milk? How could you even think of handing that out?
If you're calling it handmade, at least put in some effort. Your coworkers are probably thinking, next year, bring something better.
If they'd eat something more creative, I'll go all out next year. Thanks to you, I'm feeling motivated. I'll really try hard next year. Admittedly, I've been making the same thing for years, it got stale.
If you make something surprising every year, they'll probably accept it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll think of this positively, not negatively. Next year, I'll make professional-level chocolates to amaze everyone. I'll make something so good even those 3 who threw them away will want to try.
Sorry to interrupt the hype, but store-bought is still better.
Getting homemade food from someone you're not close to is creepy. Handmade food should only be for lovers or family.
You're not getting it. Your coworkers must have been frustrated with you for a long time.
Hey, things have gotten worse since the start of the thread. You all need to take responsibility.
You're weirdly positive about this.
The only explanation is that they hate you for being ugly and dirty.
Seriously, stop with the handmade stuff.
Are you sure they threw away the chocolates and not just the wrapping?
Isn't this just about you being disliked at work?
Maybe you're just bad at cooking.
Liking to cook doesn't mean you're good at it.
You didn't research your coworkers' preferences enough.
Thinking more effort equals more appreciation is a mistake. You need to understand their needs.
This kind of forced kindness is really off-putting.
If I get homemade sweets, do I have to say, thanks, and eat it all? Do I have to ask, how do you make it, and make small talk?
I sometimes bake too, but I only give it to very close people.
Think about how the recipient feels.
If it's just for your own satisfaction, don't care how they react.
If you want them to be happy, consider their feelings first. If they threw it away, reflect on whether your actions were unwelcome.
This is just annoying.
Bringing homemade lunch doesn't automatically make you a good cook.
Just because you'd eat it doesn't mean others will.
I give handmade sweets every Valentine's Day, but I change what I make each time.
Does never repeating a recipe explain why they weren't thrown away?
Are handmade sweets really that bad?
We have an obasan like this at my office too.
That's all for this video. What did you think? It's hard to judge her workplace reputation, but the coworkers who threw them away also seem questionable. What do you all think? How is homemade food viewed in your culture or common sense? Personally, unless it's made by someone unhygienic, I wouldn't mind. Share your thoughts on the video and this topic. We'll keep sharing insights into Japan's hidden sides and realities, so support us by subscribing, liking, and donating. See you in the next video. Bye.